Well, the last job I had, I was a kennel attendant at a veterinarian clinic, which
he cleaned up dog poop.
I cleaned up dog poo-poo.
Don't try to fancy
all day long.
You didn't get paid either, did you?
No, I paid them.
Volunteer.
Really?
Okay.
Well, that they didn't respond to as much, but I think after they see this today, it'll kind of, you know.
I'm working on a beard here.
Yeah.
He's got a nice
my
beard.
first time.
Scruff look.
Spence cut his hair last night.
Yeah, myself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mistake number 1.
Thanks, John. I don't know. I guess we just get bored with, you know, the typical performance video where a band sets up in a warehouse and the room like floods with water or something, and they play the song until the end. So
And then, like, during, like, the chorus, the camera shakes.
Yeah, just like an earthquake thing.
like when that bass drum hits in the chorus, like the shaky camera. I don't know. We just weren't a fan of that, and we wanted to make things a little bit more fun.
Yeah, the first... Yeah.
We want to do a song that has 3 bass guitars.
Yeah.
And,
Has anybody ever seen the movie Spinal Tap?
Come on now, we've had exclamation marks popping up, being taken away, or is it there, isn't it there, and now we've got a full stop, a period, where, why?
It was more of like a trade. We felt like if you cut the exclamation point up, it would create these 2 periods. And there it is. That's the best I've got for that.
Chopping up punctuation marks.
I think we're done with it. Well, we can't tell you because then we can't do it. We've had many ideas stolen from us.
But we can keep it on the down low.
Yeah, maybe off screen.
Who band is most likely to have a criminal record?
You do. I don't know. I think Brendan may have. As a joke, you know.
Yeah, it's always as a joke.
I mean, you're looking for something at least.
See, most bands can't wait to talk about the rest of the group. Everyone's
That's the thing is Brendan's watching us on a monitor from his hotel room right now. If we say anything bad about him, he beats us.
with a stick.
Yes.
Dear
With
God.
this really small...
The Demons list starts now. The Dean's list starts now.
With Rodden at number 7.
Okay, somewhere in between.
I've been ridden.
Rodden.
With Aiden.
That was Chameleonaire with Rodden at number 7.
Chameleonaire, nominated for Best Rap Video at 2006 VMAs. He must have been so excited when he got the news.
I would have been.
AFI with Miss Murder at number 6. I think he's more proud of us than, you know, angry that we're running against him, though.
It's too bad he's not going to win. At number...
Well,
You know who else is in that category?
yeah.
Ooh,
You.
that is right. Gnarls.
You.
Just him.
These guys.
When you were writing this, did you ever think that we'd be up to 5 VMAs?
No. I thought maybe like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
but 5.
5, I mean.
Whoa.
I'm Ryan. We're Randy.
We're happy.
No,
Can't really do...
the biggest of the big. Oh, I'm serious.
No, I know it's looking at your foot.
Oh, he thinks my shoes are funny. I'm a subscriber, but I'm never home, so I never read it anymore.
That's true. We have an idea.
I mean,
of the
it's hard
direction.
to... Everything we say is kind of bullshit at this point. I mean, because we don't have any songs, like full songs written. We talked about what we wanted to be about, and I started writing lyrics, but musically it's hard to say. I think they're a lot more fairy tale-esque, I guess. It's sort of like, I don't know, like a children's story for adults, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We don't play, we boycott.
We boycott.
I hate every song on Guitar Hero now.
That's like peyote.
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 Good work, man. You can landscape my yard.
The thing
So
now,
if you had pets,
it's
you
been
wouldn't
more
walk
bad
around
timing
I
because
wouldn't.
the semester's ending and progress reports are coming out soon, so we're all kind of,
Fingers crossed, you know.
don't tell her that.
He stays out late, too.
Well, yeah,
Me and you, we go out.
stuff like that. common courtesy.
Yeah.
We live like 15 minutes away from each other, and then we live about 1,500 miles away from Joan. So he's not going to be bothering us very much. In my room, there's a big TV set up, and he's just sitting in the window like the old Tom Brady.
It's a musical experiment.
We're hoping to soon be able
Screen, lots of speakers.
We're actually.
In the writing process, how do you expect it to go? Like, who writes most of the lyrics, Ryan, and who's writing the music, or how does it go, kind of?
Yeah, for the last album, I wrote all the lyrics and started the music, and then brought it to the rest of the band, and we all finished the songs together.
And you guys have known each other since you were 5. Do you have
About, yeah.
good embarrassing stories from elementary school, like any great, story about each other? I mean, I have crazy, my best friend maybe bugs or things like that.
I've seen a picture of Spencer completely naked with a snorkel on.
I was running away because I thought the thing was going to explode.
And then she grabbed the hose.
She grabbed
and she put it on, and it made the fire bigger.
Yeah,
and we were like,
because the gasoline spread, and then once it finally got out, there was, for the rest of the time that I lived in that house.
we never got in trouble for that, but we probably will now. On stage we did that. No, our friend Dan got dressed up in a tutu, and he weighs about 400 pounds.
A bra and a tutu, and he ran out on stage.
Yeah.
Our security guard ate 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers in
And like 6
Easily.
McNuggets.
Also, Dan.
How you guys doing? It's hot out there. Thanks for being here with us.
Ryan? Well, I don't know. When we used to play festivals, we didn't play a lot in the daytime, so it seems that everybody's a little bit happier at Bonnaroo than some festivals.
This is my first time here, which is great. I mean, I grew up with so many of my friends always coming here and talking about it, but it's great to experience it from the opposite side of things.
Probably my favorite show we've done so far. There's a lot of people, and our album just came out 4 days ago, so it was nice to see people already singing along and stuff. I mean, most of these festivals that we have done, you're like 45 feet away from the crowd, and there's a big disconnect that can happen when that sort of situation is there. But today it was a lot of fun. They were just as far as we are from you. Drinking already, it's kind of crazy to me. Like you.
This is water.
A bit concerned because I probably weigh like 100 pounds and the tank weighs 75. Who knows? By the end of it, I'll either have a broken neck or I'll be like 10 times stronger.
I love ya so much.
Who are you?
I'm Ryan.
From?
Panic at the Disco.
Aren't they?
Yeah. Things have been really good so far. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, when your crew's buying platinum grills, I guess, things are going all right. They were actually in our first video. Our director found out about them, and they're based in LA. And after that, we thought, we started thinking about ideas of taking them out on tour with us.
Now, what does the Vaudeville Cirque say about Brendan?
That he is a virgin.
And what does the
I've heard that Spencer, I don't know, knows how to keep a beat or something along the lines of like a sexual innuendo. We must have been terrible that night.
Did you hear about this?
I didn't hear, but that's such a tragedy.
And it's amazing.
Oh, really?
And the Dresden Dolls would have never played that gig had not Panic on the Disco brought them on
tour.
So indirectly, you're responsible for a guy burning his dick twice.
Oh, wow.
This was at the Blur Cinema in Toronto.
What is even going on right now?
I don't know.
We should go. We drive by it all the time.
What are your favorite museums in Vegas? Have you been to any?
I've been to the Wax Museum. That's pretty cool.
The Lee Discovery Museum. The Lee Discovery Museum is the best.
What's in there?
No, but I've heard about it.
Oh, you've heard about that?
Yeah, I don't remember what happened, but I've heard of some people doing that. I think they explode or something.
It's like a Vegas tradition.
I guess. They played our first show. They opened. They're
in a club called The Alley, right?
Yeah.
You've done your homework. I'm impressed.
The band Fletch is helpful for the band Panic at the Disco, right? They helped you get a show at The Alley. What's The Alley like? It was an all-ages place?
I think it closed, but it was one of the only places to play, like last year. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to shop at Savers all the time, and
well,
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, well, you weren't there the first one, buddy. So, was it you?
It was his fault.
Was it you?
It's completely his fault.
He was the factor.
God bless it.
The X factor.
So did you just want to give yourself the time to do it?
Well, we wouldn't have taken so long, but we had some songs that we wrote and then we didn't want to use, and so I guess over the past year we've probably written about 30 songs almost, so it takes a while, you know.
How does that work if you say songs you didn't want to use? Is it you play them for everybody in the band, just like thumbs up, thumbs down?
Well, it was kind of just a separate project, and I don't know, we kind of just decided to put the whole thing aside and then start over, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they might show up on B-sides or just save them for a later date.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, very cool. Now, is Pretty Odd, is it a theme record, would you say? I don't want to say concept, but it seems very thematic in it.
It's not a concept or
No.
really a theme, but
Okay.
there are kind of like a few themes that are apparent in a few songs.
Okay. Anything you want to discuss?
Not a through line.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ooh.
We spent a lot of time outside this summer writing songs. Well, for the video, it was more of a thing that we talked about with the director, and the dreams and stuff were kind of our ideas, but his concept involved the marching band parade and all that stuff, and we just thought it would be funny to do the marching band in our underwear, and
everything is better in your underwear.
That's what we said. So.
Except that, because it was really cold that day.
Okay.
Really cold in
Where'd you
LA.
shoot it?
It was in LA. In December, though.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
raining. So.
Yeah. That 1 month of rain, you had to shoot a video.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
God bless it. Now, when being such a visual band as well as musical, when you do a video, is it straight up your concept and you say to the director, this is what we're doing?
It kind of depends. Sometimes it's more us, and sometimes it's more the director. We just did another one, and it's usually, I guess I'd say, about 50-50. We kind of just shoot ideas back and forth until we're both excited about it.
We did.
In Las Vegas, and that's where you're from, so did you want to just stay at home, really, for the record?
Yeah, we've been kind of going all over the place, and even when we were starting to write for the record, we weren't home, so once we came back and started writing songs there, we decided we should just stay there and get it done, you know.
Is there a recording studio at the Palms Hotel?
There is, but yeah, nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Now everyone.
Now everybody
Now
knows.
everyone knows,
We
yeah.
gave the secret away,
But how do you do that with? I mean, it's in the Palms Hotel. I mean, it's right in the middle of the Strip in Las Vegas. A little distracting, or?
Well, it's on a floor by itself.
Okay.
And once you get through the casino, you know, like in the lobby, and you're just up there all day, like, you know, we wouldn't really leave that much. We could call and they'd bring us lunch and stuff, and you know, whatever.
So we were pretty secluded.
It's the best part of the day.
Yeah.
Now, on top of, like, they opened.
Well, it was actually our producer wanting to record all the orchestra there, and we were into the idea, and so he's worked there a bunch and knows a bunch of the people there, and so they helped us kind of get squeezed in, and actually Peter, the guy that mixed our records, the head mixer over at Abbey Road, and you know, Rob has worked with him, our producer, before, and they kind of just did us a favor, you know.
That's a pretty damn cool favor.
Yeah.
We were pretty fortunate, yeah.
Oh my God! Now, when you do strings for the record, is that? I mean, when you write the songs, do you do the arranging yourself? Is that something you're familiar with, or do you have to hire somebody?
Some of it would be direct melodies that we'd have, and then some of it, Rob, our producer, is actually an orchestral arranger, and so we'd kind of shoot ideas to him and say, oh, we want it to sound like this, and then he would write it on the piano and play something and say, okay, it's going to be like this or this, and you know, it's kind of that thing. Figuring that all out.
Okay.
It's going to be different this time. One thing that we do know is it's just going to be us and our keyboard player. We're not going to bring out dancers this time.
Okay.
We're gonna see if anybody wants to just see us play.
Hey.
It's kind of a science experiment, you know.
If it's anything like the show I just saw, then yeah. It's going to be really, really cool. And Motion City Soundtrack's going out with you?
Yeah, and the Hush Sound and Phantom Planet.
It's a lot fancier than what we're wearing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that Gap?
No, American Apparel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, who are you wearing? Break it down.
I think this jacket is Cosa Nostra,
And this vest is 150 years old, but I don't know who made it.
I'm really impressed with you. Here, show us, show the camera. Debbie's trying to get. Someone's stepping up. Poor Deb. Deb's trying to get her lipstick touched up, and these guys. And Tommy, guys, you
said it best.
All right, guys, well, have fun.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Panic at the Disco. Good luck with the new album.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. I think we're gonna see. Move on over.
And things
Has
in the
there?
sort. There has.
Did you do that?
No, because I am I went to public school. So I couldn't quite figure them out. But was that intentional to coincide with the release of the record?
Yeah, I mean,
Good answer.
in a way. It really has nothing to do with anything.
No.
That's true.
That is true.
There's going to be a puzzle and a vinyl and a DVD. As well. $1 million inside.
$1 million bucks?
Yeah.
A golden panic ticket?
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you're gonna put it on vinyl too?
Yeah, there's a vinyl involved in
that's
that.
great.
So, yeah.
Good, yay, vinyl.
Yeah, we'll try to get you one of those.
I would love it. I want
you love
vinyl
us.
of every record. What are you looking at, Brandon? Check out your butt.
Yeah.
Tons of it.
Bob Dylan, the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Tom Petty, the Rolling Stones,
Slipknot.
Slipknot in there?
Mastodon, Slipknot.
The weird thing, I guess, for me was that a lot of that stuff I hadn't heard before. So to me, I was looking at it as new music.
Right.
So, you know, I'd hear something and be like, man, I want to do something like
There are no
better
secrets
than that, you know.
during an interview. We don't keep secrets to anybody, and we're not playing telephone, Spencer.
Come out on tour with us and be our tutor.
I would love to come out and tutor
And
you
our
guys.
friend.
I'm very expensive.
Is that a known fact or a little known fact that you, in fact,
that I used to be
were a teacher?
That I used to be a teacher?
Now it's known. If
I
it
think. I
wasn't.
don't know if a lot of you guys know that I used to be a teacher.
7th grade, ladies and gentlemen.
I was 6th.
If that's
Even
even
younger.
believable.
So how did you
Childlike.
Toddlers.
Toddlers. Infantile.
Not infant.
9-year-old toddler.
Well,
9-year-old toddler.
Yes.
Tweens.
they were the oldest toddlers.
Oh, yeah.
Just stick around. We got a
We
lot
haven't even
more.
seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Well, we'll talk about that during the break. These guys are going to be here answering instant message. Panic at the Disco.
We broke your computer already.
Did you break the
Sorry,
computer?
man.
Yes. It's not mine.
We broke your computer.
Yeah.
Did you lose my? Did you lose my porn?
Paper wasn't doing you too good on that video, though, was it?
It wasn't doing me well at all, but it did covered rock. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. This comes
Way up there.
way up yonder.
Way up in the mountains.
They're pretty different. They're completely different songs.
They're completely different songs to in a whole.
And we were in our underwear.
And you were in your underpants.
Underpants.
Wow. And we know what happens when it's cold, don't we?
We all know.
Yeah, right there. That's twice.
Another one.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, okay, this comes from Caddy, or Katie. Ryan, where do you get your scarves?
Wait,
You know
now
what?
this is interesting.
This
Because
is interesting because I steal them from Frodo.
Frodo Baggins. Apparently you stole from Frodo Baggins.
I shoot only Lord of the Rings promos. It's this weird side hobby. Frodo, if you haven't noticed,
I was gonna say,
excellent scarves.
you are really into Elijah Wood.
I love
I've
it.
heard. And you take everything.
Not Elijah, just Frodo. As a character.
Okay, I'm fair.
As a character.
Okay, so you get Hobbit scarves.
From, yeah. This right here, would you say this is not a Hobbit scarf?
I would say this
it
is very Shire-full.
I found it in a Shire hanging from a tree branch.
Better than last year. We
Didn't
all
get much
made it.
worse
We
than last
made
year.
it out alive.
You just having fun.
Cool little, exciting time. And this, the rest of it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty happy that we made it through the first song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because after that point, it's like, well, it can't be worse than last year. So.
We were pretty. Definitely got.
He actually leaned into one.
I leaned into one just because I felt like it would help us out a bit, you know, press wise.
Exactly.
There you go. But
Great. We ended up just starting listening to them and for some. Exactly. I was just.
But it's it just makes us feel good. Here's.
There's a lot of energy here. It's a good energy. Everyone back here is seen to be winning, which I find a little strange. I mean, it feels like a house party up there. We're just gonna play and, you know, it's kind of what it is. It's really like. Yeah, we make
blow
our-
up stuff?
Yeah.
Like
we make
firecracker
our own, like
blow up?
little fireworks with just the ones that you can buy,
Right.
and you kind of modify. Yeah, with
Yeah.
gasoline. Piccolo Pete's.
Yeah. But you guys all have your fingers and your toes.
Yeah.
No great damage to the phalanges.
To us.
Yeah.
To us, but the mental damage is just amazing.
Yeah, we had some good times, definitely, Spence.
Yeah. Those sound like partying wild times.
Yeah.
Sound like rock and roll days.
Just me and him out in the middle of the street.
One time,
2 in the afternoon.
One time your neighbors called the police because we were playing in your garage.
Oh yeah,
the cops called
We're
on
playing
us.
too loud in my garage.
Yeah, so we were pretty rock and roll back then.
It's fun for a lot of these shows. Because we weren't really sure, you know, like how well the band was doing over here when we booked those shows, and that was a long time ago. So things have definitely like picked up a lot since we first booked this tour. So a lot of the shows have gotten moved up, which is cool.
That is.
I'd love to play.
My boyfriend actually.
So pretty much, this is the only part of the bus where you can sit down and watch a movie.
Double screens?
Yeah. Bart's doing that right now, our cello player. And we're short, so we can kind of stand all the way up. But most people can't. Zach cannot. Yeah, this is, I don't know, there's some medicine, some fruit. There's tea somewhere. This is kind of like the health.
Oh, the TMF award!
And
But
the
that's the
TMF
Dutch one. That's not the Belgian one. But it's good as well. Oh, cool.
So he's hanging out up here too. Sorry.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, you're on TV right now. That's our bus driver.
I'm sorry, I'm not watching.
This is my bunk.
Oh, what are you reading? Can I see?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm reading this.
Miller?
Henry Miller. I just read Tropic of Cancer, which I thought was great. And now I'm reading this one. Diary, Guitar Blip, Nightmare for Christmas, soundtrack stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I have a little window so I can look out the window. That's about it. It's pretty small. But you feel kind of trapped sometimes in there.
Yeah, you do.
Get in the bunk. That's pretty much, yeah. Do you want to give it a shot and see what we go through?
Okay.
Go ahead and climb in.
All right. You don't get the chance to take any girls in the bunk.
No, there's not really that much room. If they're, you know, if you're small enough.
Come in with me. Let's give it a try.
I think you would. And cut.
And yes.
Of our lives. Well, I met him when I was about 5 or 6. You know, I was golfing in my front yard. No big deal. My Fisher Price golf set. About 10 years later, we decided to start playing music together. We meet Brennan in high school. We get signed shortly after that. We make our record 3 days after they graduate high school, and then tour non-stop after that for a couple years, and then make the second record, Pretty Odd, and then now we're sitting here talking to you.
So it's not a bad...
Yeah, it's going to be great. Last time we were here, it was amazing. It's been really long, you know, it's been about 2 years now, and it's the last show of our whole tour, so we're going to try to make it a good one. It's also my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet. So maybe, I'm sure your fans will probably know that. They'll probably be like Panic at the Disco fanatics. Like,
I've been getting birthday presents for the past week, so yeah, they do pretty well with that.
Yeah. I actually had a birthday present left back at the offices. Sorry, man. Next time. What do you think of Victor Arena? It's probably one of our landmarks. You know, we're a small country here, so we're pretty proud of when we build something pretty big. We're like, yeah, sweet.
Well, I haven't been yet. We didn't play that last time.
No.
So
haven't had the sound check, did you?
No, tomorrow. But what do you think of it?
Buzzy Bee.
The Buzzy Bee.
Which is a
album. We were kind of just, you know, trying to figure out how to play music, and a lot of people ended up hearing that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain why it happened or anything, but it gave us the opportunity to do a lot of things, so we're pretty thankful for that.
And pretty weird to think.
I don't really think we're famous. I think the band's more famous than we are, if you know what I mean. We don't get like a lot of paparazzi or anything like that.
Don't get recognized down the street and stuff.
I mean, once in a while. More if we're all together.
Yeah,
you know?
especially if you're rolling like a...
Yeah, it was. It was fun though. Like you said, I think 'cause we all ended up staying in the same hotels and stuff like that. And it's weird sometimes when you tour with bands, you don't really hang out as much as you can or you should maybe. So it was nice to be able to again with all them.
I mean, we played in those dates.
No, it's not. It's not right now. I don't think we even know enough about what we're doing to have anybody else come in and try to do something. So
Maybe though.
yeah.
Usually that kind of stuff is figured out not last minute, but kind of after you're, pretty far along recording and you can have an idea of what you think, somebody could come in and do. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll call Patrick or our great friend Gabe Saporta and Cobra Starship.
Yes. Gabe is, I think, always up for a good time.
Vocals, yes.
Gabe's
Always.
up for guest vocals.
Anything. If you're working on a song, GarageBand, call Gabe. He'll be on it.
Yeah, I miss him being in New York because he's always like one of my favorite.
Where do you guys?
It's like we put a quarter in this couch and it's on vibrate now. Totally.
It's on the roughest version.
If you could change one thing about the album on any song, what would it be?
Oh wow,
That's a good question.
that is a good question. I used to think about this all the time.
Yeah, because when we were recording, there was a lot of stuff that got major.
I really don't like the chorus of London Beckon songs.
Yeah,
I hate that chorus.
we had about 3 or 4 different versions of that chorus, and we ended up.
You gotta send it out.
Yeah.
Like the second verse of Sins. It's kind of just like on the spot.
Yeah, the vocals.
We never really finished that one.
We were sitting in the van,
dude. We got like
sitting in the van
like
talking
7
about
hours
it.
to finish this vocal part.
Just do whatever.
Just do something.
Just go in there and just talk.
What struck me is like there's a lot of lyrics in every song. There's almost like a dialogue. Is that the way it should be, or is that the way it intended to be?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I write a lot of the lyrics before we write the music, so I usually have those exactly where I want them. Even start the song really. So a lot of that
So you
stuff.
try to fit them in.
Yeah, and a lot of them, I couldn't fit everything, so they're still in the lyrics in the booklet, but they're not always in the song. So I don't know. I guess that's the most important part of a song for me is the lyrics.
Yeah.
So.
Tumult gegeben, aber jetzt sind alle schon drin und ich stehe hier völlig relaxed und entspannt mit den beiden und sag erstmal Hallo. Hi Ryan, hi Spencer.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you very much, I'm fine, mir geht's gut, aber ihr seht unglaublich entspannt aus, ihr habt viele Festivals.
Oh, I think we're just gonna have some fun tonight, and we haven't played a club show in Germany in quite some time, and doing the festivals has been fun, but it'll be nice to just play for some of our fans, a couple hundred people in a close setting. I think it's great. We've never done anything like this before, and I don't know, I guess we better just watch our mouths and try to fit as many songs in as we can, and try to make sure we play well for once.
Yeah.
Oatmeal raisin, snickerdoodles.
Oh, I was just.
That's totally off. That's out.
I'm just saying.
Well, Ty, I'd be in school.
Yeah. Still hunts rabbits. It's
Rabbits. Smart choice. The guy can't even talk.
Nice. Hey, his weakness is his strength.
Okay. There's the answer. Let's keep them coming.
Oh, no, everyone's gonna answer.
I'd be Spider-Man.
I'd be SpongeBob. I'd be both.
No, you already answered that.
I'll answer for all you guys.
Okay, so
Get shot by a shotgun to be the street team leader of the world.
Yep.
They've taken a bullet for us.
Yeah. Plastic bullet.
Taking a couple. Taking a round.
This guy over here, Ryan writes some words and then
Man,
put some music to it.
too deep.
Interview is going the wrong way.
You're asking questions about music now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can we not do that?
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot to try and answer a serious question.
If that thing goes off.
Top right.
Pretty much. Oh, that's creepy. I don't know. Half the record was written one way, and half was the other way. So.
All right. What are the ways? What's one way?
The answer. No. Well, a bunch of stuff started with music first, and that's probably like the first half of the record, and then I started writing lyrics first for the stuff in the second half, and putting music, I don't know, putting music to that, it just seems to work better to me. I don't know, I like it better.
I concur.
Songs. I get a new pair of shoes, and I'm so happy.
Alright, well.
Do it all yourselves.
We've been planning these outfits for the past year, and we finally got them together this weekend. But
He has gold boots. What
Yes,
else
he
do you
does.
need?
And those boots do look like they were made for.
A phone call involving the question, do you guys still want to use the exclamation point? And we said no.
I'm John. That's Ryan.
That's you mind?
Do I look like I mind? Does this look like a guy that minds things?
Quirky B-roll. Quirky B-roll? How would you say it if it was your name?
Quirky B-roll.
Quirky B-roll. Quirky B-roll.
No, B-roll.
The name's Quirky B-roll. You know, like Jersey. From Jersey. Quirky B-roll.
Like the worst Jersey accent.
Come on!
Hey!
I'm really bad at accents.
in
I'm
general,
terrible at
yeah.
it. They all sound the same.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to...
Quirky B-roll, then.
Quirky B-roll.
Quirky B-roll, then.
Roll.
Famous, what do you think you would be doing now?
Trying to get famous. Somehow.
I would do anything to be a star. Anything.
If you're watching this, I'll do anything to be on TV.
No, I actually don't give a shit.
Yeah. Next question.
Hey, I'm hosting the show along with my friends here, Panic at the Disco. You're watching Rage. We'll eat your flesh. Fuck.
There's nothing I can do.
We love you so much.
No, I'm taller than him now. Yeah, so I don't anymore. But he's still great.
I do. I
do.
care what you're saying.
You know what though? There's nothing wrong with a bit of man love, is there? Like,
No.
you know, man hugging. Let's.
Do you
Should we
want,
prove?
Do you want
should
a
we-
hug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me just give you a hug. There you go. I mean, see.
See?
Now
That
I'm
was
jealous.
okay.
Now
I was
I'm
jealous too. What's going on there? Okay, this is a whole lot of men.
Something that I came up with, I think. I don't know. Kind of felt like it summed it up for me. What was on the album, what it kind of sounded like. So, pretty odd. That's it. Pretty odd. That's it. We were definitely trying to do something new musically. We never wanted to, obviously, recreate the last record, but I think we may have took a bigger step than we thought. That's it. Past 4 years, a lot of music's just soaked into all of us that we weren't used to listening to, and so even so far as when you go to pick up the guitar, you play at a different tempo, or you play different chords than you used to. And so I think a lot of songs just started from that. You know, you're influenced by whatever you're hearing, and it was never like a specific song, but it was just kind of like, you know, listening to music for a few years that was different. We did a lot of new stuff in the studio this time. Played some harmonica.
We were using...
You know, some songs happened completely as a band, like lyrics as well. Some songs, you know, me and John wrote, some songs Brennan wrote, some songs I wrote. So it's kind of just, they were coming from a bunch of different ways. And I think that's what helped make them sound different from each other. I think it took a lot more of a traditional approach to the songwriting, just trying to get a more organic sound that had more character than our last record did. I was pretty burned out from touring, and it was a long 2 or 3 years. I feel like we didn't really know what we wanted it to sound like, so we weren't that excited to start because we were kind of unsure of, you know, what we wanted to do. So that was definitely, I think, in the back of my mind at least. A lot of fun up there. I think I said something like, it's the end of the electric guitar era. Looking back, maybe it was a bad idea, because that guitar wasn't so bad after all. But I hated it that night, so I burned it alive. Once we came down from the mountain and back here and started writing songs kind of separately and together and just everywhere, it took a lot of the pressure off and just became more fun. Night and Afternoon is still one of my favorites just because it kind of was like a turning point.
I want to talk about the music video. I'm just going to touch upon that.
Okay. Drink here.
The video for 9 in the Afternoon, we worked with Shane Drake again. The first time that any of us except Brendan had ever really been in the videos that much. My dream was sort of, I wake up and I have to climb this ladder, and I'm climbing up to hit the alarm on the top of this clock, and it's like 15 feet tall. Yeah, my clock's just like massive, so I mean I need a ladder to get to the top of it, so yeah, I got the biggest clock.
As soon as that birdcage is set, we'll go.
So once I get to the top, I hit it, and then I'm basically like in like another world. It's pretty weird, man.
All right.
The band's playing, we're all wearing pajamas, like the sun's shining, and there's all these girls in bonnets with mustaches. Fun. Acting's really hard. I see why there's a reason that actors are actors and not musicians most of the time. That's where I like to stay. I think on the last record for me, I let the lyrics dictate a little bit too much what the melody was. So I think that paying more attention to melody this time has improved. But I was thinking about that melody, and I know we changed it from what it originally was on the demo, but I think that maybe the original way we had it was
Which
still
was
better.
what?
It's just the same as the way he sings it the first time.
Oh, okay, so if
House is like a Trojan horse, I put a statue of myself apart.
I'll do a little string somewhere.
They all played along to marching drums, and boy did they have fun behind the scenes. Some of the stuff I sing now, and then some of the stuff is still written by me that he sings. But he also has a few songs on this album that are his own. So I think we both enjoy that a little bit, you know, just being able to sing your own song is kind of cool. We should use the fact that two of us want to sing so that it can just add more kind of dynamics to our songs that otherwise would have just sounded like another one of our songs. You know, we've gotten obviously closer, and so we know each other more and kind of know what each other are thinking about that stuff. So I'd rather do a thing where it's like I sing the verse and he does the choruses, or at least some. I don't think we've ever compromised what we wanted to do for commercial success. I just happen to think we like pop music and rock music, and a lot of other people like that too.
Later, now you're ready.
And a day late though.
You're here though. Now what happened? Let's get it. Let's clear the air, because there were a lot of rumors online. I kindly said that people should write to you and find out where you were, and that changed into F you, I hate you.
Yeah.
You did not show up. You broke my heart.
Yeah, thanks a lot, pal. I agreed to do this like 2 weeks ago. Kind of forgot that it was Wednesday the 6th or whatever. Was it the 6th?
Yeah, it was.
I
It
kind
was
of
the
forgot.
6th.
Nobody reminded me.
What do you do on a daily basis when you're not playing shows? Like what did you do yesterday? Were you home during the show? Where were you at 7 o'clock?
I was eating dinner probably.
Okay. Everyone needs to eat.
Gotta eat.
That's fair.
I would have eaten later had I been reminded that I had to come see you. But,
this is true.
You know, you live and you learn, I guess.
Does after like a week or two, do you just get that itch to play a show again? Can you spend a long period of time just not doing music?
No, not at all. You know, if we're not touring, I'm always trying to write and stuff, but I don't really have any other hobbies, so when we're not playing, I'm kind of going a little nuts.
Exactly. I do this twice a week, and I couldn't even skip more than a week or I get bored.
Yeah, being bored is not good. It's when you get in trouble, you know?
Now, you said you have no hobbies. What's great about this show is now you can ask them. Say,
what are some of your hobbies, people?
Yeah, give me a hobby. Ryan needs a hobby besides music. What do you guys do for fun? So let us know in the chat, and we'll get some suggestions. When you were growing up, did you have hobbies before music? Did you play sports, or did you play video games?
I've actually been thinking about that, and there's a men's hockey league in LA that my friend plays in. I've been thinking about joining because I used to play hockey.
You look ready.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I started playing music, because I stopped growing.
They can use you as the puck. Let's see. You have photography. That's a good hobby that anyone can do.
That's true.
You can do gardening.
That's
I
not
don't
bad.
picture gardening being very fun. Hannah says you should try swimming.
I know how to swim. Come on.
Join the orchestra. Well, we want non-music hobbies. you should do a lot of theater.
Wheelchair racing. That's an interesting one.
Have you tried theater? I just saw last week, and I saw Billy Joe from Green Day perform in the American Idiot musical.
Oh, really? How was that?
That was great, and it was his first time doing that. Have you done any theater before?
No, in high school I was kind of too afraid to do anything like that. I don't think I'd be much of an actor.
So you were the quiet guy.
I was.
Writing
yeah.
lyrics in the corner.
Yep.
And no, did people know? Did people know who you were, or were you kind of invisible?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I got along too well with most of them, but
really.
I don't know.
Did you ever get into a fist fight?
Never been in a fight. Never.
Me neither.
How about that?
This guy he looks like he's definitely been in a fight or two.
Actually,
before.
I got in a fight with him the other week, and he almost broke my rib.
Did you really?
I swear.
Oh, let's talk about this fight.
It got over pretty quickly.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of got my rib after the rib incident. Kind of.
I don't want to. I'm gonna put this out there because I don't think my life is in danger. I don't even think I would know how to fight if someone came after me.
I sure didn't know.
You don't know either.
No.
I swear, if someone swung at me, I would have no idea what to do. I'd probably just block like that.
My friend Vincent knows how to box.
Really?
And he goes boxing. So maybe I should get into that.
What about yoga? You can try that.
Nah.
No? You're not a yoga guy?
I don't think so.
I like how they're still suggesting hobbies for you. Trolling the internet.
Well, of course I do that.
Facebook. Well, you don't have a Facebook. So how are you going to spend all your days on Facebook if you don't have a page?
Just look at other people's Facebooks. And think about all the friends I don't have.
Now, they said movies. I see a lot of movies, too. I don't think that's really a hobby. It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
What's like a free hobby? I really don't have any either.
Speaking of movies, you seen any good ones lately?
Social Network.
Did you?
That was a good film.
You would like that movie, wouldn't you?
I like the internet.
That's a lot to do with
that. That was a good movie.
I've heard good things about that.
I saw Buried with Ryan Reynolds. That was a great film.
Oh, okay.
He gets locked in a coffin for an hour and a half.
That looks pretty
Held the
intense.
movie over very well. It was. It was very good. All right, no more. Okay, we're done with suggesting hobbies for you. Oh God, this is terrible.
Yeah, you guys are mean.
Jeez, they want you to get a blog.
I could do that. I don't know that I could keep it interesting now.
They really like your tweets. I noticed kids were saying how every tweet you write, they love. It's like a religion to them.
God.
So you should compile all your tweets
Don't
in a
listen
book
to
and sell
anything that
it.
I have to say, people.
But no, you can compile all your tweets into a book and sell it. They have a TV show now called Bleep My Dad Says, and that was based off someone's Twitter
I know.
page.
I follow that Twitter page. It's
That could have been you.
Could have been me. Well,
You're not. So when you're tweeting, do you think ahead of time, like, should I send this, or what are people going to care about this, or you just whatever you feel at that moment?
I probably should think more about it than I do.
But you don't.
No.
Has there ever been a tweet, and you can be honest, that you wrote and a few hours later you took back?
Well, I never really delete them, but I definitely think maybe I shouldn't have said something.
Really? Anything that comes to memory recently?
I don't know, most of them.
Really? Well, I heard you killed your evil twin. That was your latest.
Yeah.
How did that happen? You don't even after you write these. You
Listen, I don't even know. I don't even know how I got an evil twin in the first place. So.
But now you got rid of him.
I did.
Oh,
yeah, just figured he had enough. He's
well,
had enough.
All right, let's talk about the Young Veins. I know your video just premiered. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That must be cool to have a video on TV again.
It is, yeah. And I really liked that video. I think it might be my favorite one that I've ever been in.
Ever?
Yeah.
Black and white.
It was a lot of fun, too, because we were just at this motel up north, and we got a bunch of hotel rooms and sat by the pool all day. So it wasn't too bad.
Didn't really have to do much.
No.
Now, I got to ask you a question. I saw your black and white video.
Oh, okay. The change video?
Yes. Is it cheaper if you film the video in black and white? I've always wondered this.
Well, we didn't actually use film, so he shot it on the same camera he did the vacation video.
Oh, okay.
But he just did it all in post, and what he did was he had it playing through an old TV and then filmed the TV
That's
like a
weird.
monitor. So that's why it looks like fuzzy. So.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing most of the viewers have seen the video already. Have you seen it on the actual television?
I have not.
You've not?
No.
No.
Well, I didn't have cable at my house until last week. So.
You live in a castle. How do you not have cable in a castle?
Trust me, man.
You gotta get
That's
with
the
it.
least of my problems over there.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's play a song. When we come back, we'll take your questions. Try to keep them not too smart-ass-ish. And when we come back, we'll take them right here on DJ Raw Star's Punk Rock Show. Here. These are $10 million to break up.
That's amazing.
And he's serious. He says, you used to be good. You haven't been good in like 12 years. I will give you $10 million if you break up.
Wow.
And they said for $20 million they will do it.
That's awesome.
It sounds like a joke, but can you imagine, like, if someone gave you $10 million, would you, if you took it, what would you do? You love music, right? Like, how could you not play music?
Well, you have to quit. Like, you can't do anything.
I don't think you can trick it and start a new band. I think he meant like as Weezer, like stop making music.
That's rough.
It's not like the Rentals where like Matt Sharp left, like no more Weezer.
20, maybe they're good with that 20. I don't know.
Like what else would you do? You really do.
Well,
you live music.
If you had that much money, I don't know. I guess you can do a lot of things. Learn how to fly helicopters or something.
I guess so. Now I don't know if you've ever seen $10 million. You
No.
might have in the past, but I haven't. But I can imagine if I did, I would buy a third microphone. That's what I would do.
You would start?
That's the first thing I would start with. I don't know. I mean, what you already got seems like you got a cool cottage to live in. So what else do you really need, right?
Pretty. So
you can get more guitars or
doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But you probably. I
kind of want to get a shark for my moat.
Okay, that would be a great idea.
If I had $10 million, I'd get a couple of sharks. I'd get a couple of sharks and a couple of crocodiles in there.
Do you have to buy instruments at this point, or do you just have the? I see in like magazines they have like sponsored by this company and.
No, unfortunately, the stuff that I play isn't really that common. So
they're all yours. You own them.
I own them, yeah, but I had to pay for them too.
But they're worth it.
Now I don't have anything, so.
Wait, so let's go back. So you got everything stolen. You don't have anything.
I have some stuff. I have some guitars that we didn't use on tour, but everything that you saw us playing with on tour is now gone.
Do you think they sold it?
The wind.
Did you check like eBay the weeks after?
Yeah, we've been looking around and haven't had any of it turn up. So.
Do you think it was a fan or probably not? They're not that evil that they'd break in and steal your equipment?
I don't think so.
No.
This is probably just my arch nemesis.
Ooh.
I just can't figure out who it is yet.
I saw a video on YouTube a few weeks ago, really creepy, of these two fans that went to Hayley Williams' house.
Oh, yeah?
They found her house, and they were doing renovation in the house, and the guy let them in.
Oh,
which is highly illegal. I'm sure he got fired, and he's probably going to face legal.
That's no good. You don't want to be showing up unannounced at people's homes.
Has that happened to you yet? Ever? I mean, even back in the glory days?
People have left stuff at my front door, my house in Vegas.
Really? Now, in Vegas, were you living at home still, or were they coming to your property?
No, well, I lived in an apartment building now, so they can't really get in there.
But before they were leaving it at the house?
Yeah.
So your parents probably got a kick out of it, no?
I wouldn't say that. It's a little intense.
What do they leave you?
But good stuff,
like drawings and paintings and stuff
like that. Yeah.
They leave you any Smarties? No.
Possibly. Hint.
All right, let's take some fan questions here. I've been avoiding them. Agent Cherry Cola said, Ryan, tell us about your shirtless pictures from high school. What is that all about?
Well, those were some pictures from a girlfriend.
And they
just
ended up online.
Hanging out with my shirt off.
I feel like
it'd be worse if it was her.
I feel like you lived part of your teenage years online. It probably freaked you out, right?
Yeah.
You're growing up, you're like a late teen, and then everything's online.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch what you do these days.
Bizarre. They want to know about My Chemical Romance. Does it still make you dance?
I don't dance much anymore.
You're not a dancer?
I'm not a dancer.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe that's what I could pick up too. Dancing.
That's a good thing. Martini Ranch. What's the story with that?
Oh, I got kicked out of there. We all did. For dancing.
At Martini Ranch?
Enough, yeah. Well, they didn't like me spinning around on the floor too much.
Bethany says, are you looking for a roommate? I need to leave Redlands, California, and I'd be a great person to live with.
I'm sure she would be, but at the moment, we're all full over at the Ross Hotel.
Oh, there's people living there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just you. You get the visitors.
I do.
You do.
And drifters.
Are you going to read Kelty's book?
Of course.
I don't know who Kelty is.
Kelty's my ex-girlfriend. She just wrote a book.
She's about you? A book about you?
I don't know. It's not about me, but I'm sure there's parts that I might come up. It's like a memoir, if you will.
But who is she? Why is she a memoir?
She's
out of the loop here?
She's a dancer. She was a rockette.
Does she dance with the stars?
She works. I think she worked on that show one time.
Okay. So you might be in the book. You don't know.
Be, yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Do you do tours of your house, Ryan, if people want to visit you from out of state?
No, but maybe I should.
Is your house that cool? Like, if give us like a mental tour.
I mean, it's a small house. It's just a 2-bedroom house, but you get there. There's like a little moat.
It really
It's
is.
a drawbridge, but it doesn't work. It's just a little bridge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a weird little old house. Yeah.
What's the design?
What do you mean?
Is it painted? Are there
Well,
pictures?
we did a bunch of renovating, but yeah, actually, I got a bunch of really interesting art from my friend Ruby's dad is an artist. His name is Alan Aldridge, and he did a bunch of for the Rolling Stones and Beatles back in the '60s, and still does some cool stuff now. And I got a bunch of his stuff in there.
That's great.
Yeah. What else?
But not shirtless pics of yourself. Those are not hanging on the wall. Okay, that's a virginity question. We'll skip that one. Are you going to tour again before 2011? Well, you don't have a lot of time to do that.
I don't know. I hope so. We haven't got anything planned thus far. But
Really?
I hope
Nothing
we do.
planned?
Yeah, winter starts to get a little bit slow.
But you're writing new music.
Yeah.
So you can put out like 5 more records if you wanted to.
That's the idea.
At this point, right?
Well, 5.5 maybe.
But would you be happy just releasing records, or do you actually enjoy going out there and playing shows?
I do like touring. I really do miss playing live shows. That was probably the hardest part about starting over, was that we didn't play for so long.
Why did you pass up the opportunity to smoke up with your biggest fans?
I don't know. That sounds terrible.
Why were you chewing gum like a hoe in the Take a Vacation video?
Hoes chew gum? Are they the only ones?
Can you
It's like
please
gum.
can you please have a meet and greet in LA?
Sure, why not?
We're spoiled here in LA though. You should go like to a state that like no one would expect you to go to, like Missouri.
I've been
And you're
in
like,
Missouri.
hey, let's do a signing in Missouri. No, because LA we get everything here.
Yeah, I know. We
Like-
are spoiled.
Like it's Thursday night, October 7th. Right now, if we wanted to, we can go to like 6 different things.
I know. That's,
Shows,
it's a bit-
art galleries,
It's a bit too much sometimes.
anything you want. Sometimes you just want to stay behind the moat, right?
Yep. Indeed.
For Ryan, if you had the chance, what would you like to score a film, and which film would it be?
Sure.
That could be.
God, I don't know. I mean, it probably hasn't been made yet, the movie, but yeah, that'd be great. Good. Do something different.
Are you excited for any new albums that are coming out next year?
Yeah, the More and More record, and the New Life record.
Who said that? Do you have a favorite composer?
Chopin, that's how you say it, right?
Good shit, Chopin.
That Chopin guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Are you still a Palahniuk fan?
Yeah.
I know that's not how you say his name. It's
Yeah.
kinda funny. Let's see. George, why were you so what? George?
That's my first name, actually.
Is it really?
believe it or not,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that. Why were you so shy and quiet in interviews when Panic first came out?
I
You were
was
like
probably
10.
nervous.
You're like 10 years old.
Yeah, jeez. Ask me all these questions. I don't know.
Very intrusive. You just want to be left alone, right? Do they train you when you first start a band, like how to do a proper interview?
Well, they told us to go to media training.
Really?
Because we were getting in a little bit of trouble. We
For what you were
goofing
saying?
around too much.
That's awesome.
But we didn't go.
Where do they have that?
I don't know.
Where do you get media training?
I don't know. Apparently, it's a good thing to do. Probably
Where
need
can we
some right now.
where can we find B-sides to your record? Songs that didn't make it.
Well, we did 4 covers that you can find on the internet around. We did an Otis Redding cover, a Wanda Jackson cover, a couple. You can find them.
Are you the best man at John's upcoming wedding?
Ooh, I don't know. I would if you asked.
You know what? I don't know how many of your friends are married. Are there any of them?
No. Actually, I've never had a friend get married.
So I just had 2 get married, so I'm a little bit older than you, and I wasn't the best man, I was the groomsman, and I was surprised by both of them, so I'm keeping a list, so one day when I get married, they will not be my best man.
Oh,
And I may get screwed if no one has me as the best man.
You just won't have one?
It's kind of, I don't know if you would find that offensive or not, but it's like, you go your whole life being the best friend, and then there you are, you're just a groomsman.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just in line, I just don't get it.
Hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah. When was the last time you listened to your last 2 records?
God.
Can you still
It's been
listen
a
to
little
it on
while.
the radio, or do you turn it off?
I see it. I guess I don't really hear the radio too often. I guess I put pretty on recently. There's some good stuff on there.
So you do, you're okay with it?
Yeah.
I'm sure you like your part on there the best. Your moment in the
That's
sun,
the
right?
worst, actually.
The preview of what was to come. Like the worst. Come on.
Yeah, it's easier to like what other people are doing.
Hey, so let's do this. We're going to play a track. When we come back, we'll take some phone calls. That will really freak you out if you think this is awkward. So if you're watching at home and you want to talk... You don't need the microphone, but I'm not going to say who we're calling. We're going to call them, but we're going to take them by surprise. So right now, whoever I'm calling, they have no idea it's going to be them until they pick up. So this is going to be exciting. Oh yeah, I got lots of numbers here. Let's see if they pick up.
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the show. Who's this?
Allison
Hi, Allison. Where are you calling from?
from Omaha.
Omaha. How old are you, Allison?
16.
Would you like to talk to Ryan Ross?
Yeah, hold on.
Yes? Oh wait, she said hold on. Where's she going? She'll lock her door. Don't come in, Mom. Don't come in. Hello? Where'd she go? Hello? What if she's like, oh, I'm in the bathroom, taking a dump, give me a few seconds. You hear like flush. Yeah. Whoosh. You hear like the flusher going down. But so, while there's dead air.
hello.
Hi, Allison. You want to talk to Ryan?
Sure.
Here he is.
Allison.
Hi.
Hi, what's up?
Nothing. Just watching the show.
Yeah, how we doing so far?
You're doing good. I went to your show in Omaha.
Oh, the last time we were there?
Yeah. With Rooney.
Cool. I believe that was one of the better ones, if I
Really?
remember correctly. Yeah, because Nick brought a bunch of friends because he used to live in Omaha for a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you got for me?
I don't really have a question. I just called.
Oh.
Okay, it's fine. We'll take another call.
How do you think of your tweets? Because they're always really random.
I don't really think about them. Maybe that's why they don't make any sense. I apologize.
Are they just like inside jokes?
Sure, some of it. With myself, just throwing them out there. If this whole music thing doesn't work out, I might try to get into the comedy zone. So I don't know. Well, thanks. Well, we gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
I like how I'm like holding up this 80s phone with the Beats by Dre brand new headset. Alright, now we're calling someone else. I can't tell you who until they pick up.
Hi.
Hi. Who's this?
This is Cordelia. Hi.
This is Ryan.
Can you make your computer lower?
Oh my God. Hi. I thought that was a really weird coincidence for a second.
What?
I was wondering, do you foresee in the near future that you might like change your style again, so you'll go from like whatever you want to describe Panic as to like hippie to like I don't know. If you were gonna change again, what would you change to?
I don't think it's ever really something that I predict. It's just sort of like, whatever I'm into at the moment. So I can't really tell you where I might be heading. Either way, I hope you like it. I'll try to do my best.
I'm sure I will.
Thanks for calling. It was nice talking to you.
Thanks for talking to me.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
These are insane. Don't call her.
Hello?
Hello. Who's this?
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Maria. I'm gonna shit my pants.
This is Ryan.
I know.
I heard you might want to talk to me. What's on your mind?
No, yeah, I do. I do want to talk to you.
Well, what's on your mind?
Where's your rose vest?
God, you know what? I really wish I knew the answer to that. I left it somewhere in New Zealand, so I don't think I'll be seeing that anytime soon. Had this vest that I used to wear. Yeah, I don't think I'll be finding that, but if you do, appreciate it.
I'll give it
you
to
let
you.
me know.
You, listen to me, wait, before you go. You completely changed my life because you are inspiring
Thanks.
to me.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
No, you're really sweet for making me happier than I should be.
Well, that makes me feel good. Well, it was lovely to meet you, sort of. I'll talk to you
Lovely.
soon.
All right, I'll see you at your next show.
Sounds good.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
the way, if we call you, try to speak as loud as you can. The phone is always lower than the actual microphones. I don't know how to fix this, so just yell. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, Ryan, it's Savannah.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, I saw you at the High Ground in New Orleans, and I saw you again in Pensacola at Phineas Fogg.
Oh, wow, the High Ground. That was an interesting one. I remember that. Thanks for coming to two.
You're welcome.
What's going on?
Nothing much, really.
Well, okay.
The downfall of civilization.
You got any questions for me?
Not really, I'm sorry.
It's alright. Well, it was nice to talk to you anyway.
Yeah, it was nice to talk to you, too.
Alright, well, have a good night. I'll see you.
You're one moment and you don't have any questions.
What's that? Okay.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Hannah?
Hey, Hannah, this is Ryan. What's up?
Nothing. Hey, do you listen to Motion City soundtrack?
I haven't in quite a while. Why?
I'm just wondering if you've ever met Justin Pierre.
Yeah, we've toured with him twice in Panic. Good guy.
That's awesome. They're like, I don't know, awesome. I just want to say that I really like your music, and I don't even care if you like, if everyone thinks you sound like the Beatles or some ska punk.
Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say.
Well, thanks for talking to me, Ryan.
Sure, anytime.
Bye.
Calling Bethany. I know Bethany.
Do you? Yeah. She's a regular?
I'll set you up when I see you.
Hello.
Hello, this is Ryan.
Hi.
What's
How are
going
you
on?
doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing fantastic.
What's on your mind?
I have a random question for you.
Shoot.
Okay, so if you get stuck in a giant spider web, who would you want stuck with you before you get your head bitten off?
Wow. That just creeps me out. God, you know what? I wouldn't want anybody to have to go through that with me. Sounds
But
terrible.
I mean, they're gonna get eaten too. So who
Well,
would you want like with you in those last moments?
that's tough because then it's like, well, then they're dead too. I guess I should say my girlfriend, but you know, I don't know about that because then she'd be a goner too. I think maybe that we could find a way out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it with her.
All right.
Thanks
well,
for the question.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So before we go to the speed round, I have a question. So obviously your whole, well, not life, but your whole few years, everyone compares you to the Beatles. So I want to know, has Paul or Ringo ever heard any of your stuff? Do you have any knowledge if they've heard any of your music?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
You've never met them before?
Never met them. Would love to. I saw Paul play 2 summers ago, I want to say, in Vegas. But nope, never met them.
It's hard for people, I think, to understand the difference between inspiration and plagiarizing.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone just says you're trying to sound like someone else. It's actually just inspiration.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that's a debate that we don't have enough time to cover.
It's probably very hard nowadays to come up with something that sounds like nothing else.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. Rock and roll's only been around for 60 years, but there's been a lot done.
Yeah.
In 60 years.
And like the only band I can think of is like Mindless Self-Indulgence, but that's because they every song just sounds like crazy.
Yeah.
So
well,
it doesn't sound like anyone else because they're just compiling
That's one way
different
to do
sound
it.
effects in every song. Yeah. So speed round. We got like 5 minutes. Everyone gets to ask you a question. It doesn't have to be about the band. It could be about anything.
Okay. Just
so,
out here.
Yeah. So lean forward so we can see the questions. Anyone could ask you anything they want, and we're gonna go through them. We try to answer them with like yes or no or something really quick. You know.
Okay.
So
are you gonna read
yeah,
them to me?
I'll dictate to you. Okay,
you
ready?
tell me what.
So it's it's like a 5-second delay, so they should be coming in a second now. By the way, thank you for watching. For Brendan, it's not a question. All right, bow ties or power ties?
I don't know what a power tie is.
Will there be any new shirts at Hot Topic from the Young Veins?
Oh, I don't know.
How do you feel about the D. Blaze situation in Rwanda?
Don't have time.
What are your thoughts on Harry Potter?
He seems alright to me.
Do you like the game Millipede?
I don't know.
Do you like the game Centipede?
Sure.
That's not a good. That's a terrible question. Would you rather have a painful pimple on your face or a painful wart on your foot?
I don't think the word's not good.
Do you still read FBR trash online?
No, I don't. I never did.
Have you ever been contacted by an ex-bandmate?
Yes.
Was it awkward?
No.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Good. What is the meaning of life?
I don't know.
Have you read any good books lately?
Yeah, The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
What is your favorite animal?
Dingus.
A dingus.
How has your initial... missed it. What are you being for Halloween?
I don't know yet.
The dingus.
I bet Ryan still lurks as plastic fights. True or false?
I don't know. What is that?
Why won't you go back to Panic? It's a great question. Do you know what the 25 Hate Club is?
No.
What's the most beautiful name you've ever heard?
Tom.
Do you think fat girls are beautiful?
Yes.
If you can go back in time to high school, what's one thing you'd tell yourself?
Give up.
Get a real job. Are you upset that no one asked you any serious questions?
No.
How do you feel about girls with only one tit?
I've never met one. I don't know.
How do you feel about Kevin Kane?
I don't know who that is.
Do you like Tom DeLonge?
Sure.
Would you ever produce records for other artists?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever helped write another artist's song?
Yeah.
You have? Is that
Yeah.
a secret or that's a known fact?
I don't know.
Do you like Bishop Gorman?
It was high school. No.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Pterodactyl.
Why won't you love me?
I do.
Would you be a male prostitute?
Yeah.
Do you still have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Have you ever watched The Mighty Boosh?
Yes.
Are you a vegan?
No.
Are you a vegetarian?
No.
Do you like apple juice?
I love apple juice.
What's the best song you've ever written?
I haven't done it yet. I don't know.
Did you audition members to join the Young Vanes?
Not really. Not
really. Why didn't you tour Blink-182 when you had the chance?
I don't know.
Do you regret that every day of your life? Where do you buy your cool socks?
Paul Frank, I think. No. Something like that.
Who is your favorite Arrested Development character?
Tobias.
That's the fun. Did you think it was corny or cool when Jessica Alba was singing 9 in the afternoon on that web video?
That was great.
Would you ever let me devastate your frail body?
That sounds terrible.
Do you watch Glee?
No.
Would you ever perform on Glee?
Sure.
Would you let them perform a Young Vane song on Glee?
Absolutely.
What's your take on fans hiding behind cameras instead of living in the moment at shows?
Yeah, put the camera down.
Let's see, a couple more questions. Can you handle yacht pants?
Absolutely.
Do you like stuffed animals?
Love them.
What's your favorite TV show?
Mad Men.
Have you ever run into Brendan by accident?
Yeah.
Was it awkward?
No.
They really want some drama.
Yeah.
Don't they? Do you read Slash's book?
I have not.
What else? Do you like guns?
I've never shot a gun.
Someone wrote, do you think it's your fault that Jack Vanek is still very popular?
I hope not.
What's the best advice you can give us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Word from you. Do you want to make love in this club?
Yeah.
Do you like MGMT?
Yeah, sure.
Do you listen to Kiss because you pulled the trigger on My Love Gun? Do you watch Jersey Shore?
Yeah, I love it.
Do you have your own songs in your iPod?
No.
What's the most embarrassing Panic song you wrote?
I don't think anyone's ever heard it.
Do you have a favorite Mad Men character?
Yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Any sandwich place will do.
Is it true you have a monster cock?
Excuse me?
I don't want to know that question.
Can't say that.
Have you read The Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah, it's great.
Will you reinvent the love?
Oh, I'll try.
Who is your favorite character on Dexter?
Dexter.
Would you ever write a musical?
I tried. Failed.
Do you remember the Buffalo statue?
No.
Do you still, Do you still eat blue waffles?
I haven't in a while.
All right, final question of the night. Final question. Let's make it a good one here. Final question, please. These are all so bad. Final question. Someone has to have something they want to know. No, we're not talking about Spencer. We want to know a real question here. Come on. Someone has to have a good brain-busting question they've been dying to know for 5 years. Okay, we'll end with that. What's your favorite brand of guitar? That's a good question.
At the moment, Epiphone Casino. That's my baby.
Yes. Well, hey, before we wrap things up, I'll say my bit and you can say yours. I just want to thank you all for watching tonight. If you tuned in for the first time, this show is on twice a week on Wednesday and Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Every show features a studio guest as long as they show up. Like I said, we've had Less Than Jake here, the Veronicas, Goldfinger, Forever the Sickest Kids, hundreds more. So please check out thepunkrockshow.com and check out some old videos. Also follow me on Twitter and Facebook at DJ Rostar. This weekend I will be around Los Angeles as usual, so come and hang out. I believe on Sunday we're going to a haunted hayride in Griffith Park.
Sounds
so
great.
I hope to all see you there. And Saturday night we'll be at Groundlings, which is a great comedy club. But Saturday night you should be listening to the interview I did on 98.7 FM with Joe Sib. So check that out. We'll be here next week once again, hopefully with Fitz and some other great artists. And shout out to Honest Tea, Smarties, and Pirate Booty for making it happen. So look in the camera, tell me your final words and all the links you want them to check out, the record, the video, the mailing list, everything.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. I think you're all great. I would just say if you haven't heard the record, get it on iTunes. It's called Take a Vacation. Look for the video on our MySpace, Young Veins at MySpace. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
So long.
That's all you got. You want the mysterious hand to wave goodbye as well?
Yeah.
There it is. All right, we will see you next week right here on DJ Rostar's Punk Rock Show. We're going to take some fun pictures now for the website. Good night.
No one knew what time it was, and somebody said that, and we thought it was kind of funny, and then
We didn't have any windows in our practice space, and we were in there for like 8 hours or something. We got there, around noon.
9 in the afternoon were the two that we did, kind of as a whole band playing, and just kind of trying to play something that felt good.
One night when we...
And I loved it, and Spence loved it also, and he kept wanting to change it, and I didn't want him to change it, so I wrote the lyrics really fast so he couldn't change it. Yeah. And the next day, came in and I was like, okay, I got it. Album, but some of these songs we felt needed that stuff to really come across the right way. And the last section that goes for about a minute at the end, kind of just improv on one of the first takes we were playing together, and I just kept going. We never really have done anything like that before.
This is lead vocal for you.
Well, I used to sing lead before Brendan was in the band.
And then even when I joined.
Yeah. For a little bit. So.
For a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. I walked in one day and these guys were talking about the song, and then him and Rob were sitting there and they said, why don't you try to sing the finish? Just ended up being a lot cooler than I thought it would have turned out. And we had like some harpsichord and some really beautiful orchestration that Rob arranged. It was most like the band at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it's like me and Brendan sing back and forth and everyone's doing backup vocals on it. It was definitely like the most group sounding, and the last refrain, the Reinvent Love thing, kind of just summed up the whole process, I think.
Sam from the University of Scranton writes, Ryan, how many guitars do you own, and what is your favorite? Well, Sam, I've got about 20 guitars. My favorite is a Gibson Les Paul Jr. from the year 1960. So, thanks for asking. I have a dog. Her name's Hobo, and she is a teacup beagle. Hi, fans.
There we go, there we go.
Yeah, both. Sleep till noon, then do crunches.
Go to In-N-Out. That's the way I do.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, then go down. Whatever. I'll give you mine. We'll trade clothes.
We got it on tape. We got it on tape. Thanks you guys for hanging out. Go ahead.
Favorite bands are the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Spinal Tap, the Beach Boys. What do you say? I don't know. We're not gonna put any old songs on the new record, so that's good. Yeah, it's just a lot different. I think it's been, it's been 3 or 4 years since we wrote a record, so we've done some growing up and got a new member, a new man in the band, and he helped out a lot. So I think people will be surprised with what's going to be on it. That is actually a really big deal, that doing this tour can keep ticket prices down, because a lot of our fans are younger and they don't exactly have huge incomes. I remember the jobs I had when I was like 16, 17, so it's nice to have Honda be a sponsor and kind of help us get more people into the shows by keeping tickets a little cheaper. Creative control was pretty much in our hands, and that's a big thing with our band and everything, so that was one reason why we wanted to do it, because we'd heard that, you know, the bands do have a lot of say in what goes on this tour, so.
Especially for this tour.
Probably all of our, at least close to favorite bands, so being able to go over there and actually work with Peter Cobbin, who's mixing it, and he's done some Beatles remixes and stuff, so it's kind of special, I think, for all of us to be able to go over there as young as we are right now and do a record.
How you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm good, man, I'm good, I'm really good. I'm enjoying the festival, seeing some great bands and stuff like that, so having a really good one, and you know, it was great to kind of meet you guys, because it's your first time in Ireland, I believe.
Yeah,
so
it is.
this is your first experience?
Yeah, we got in last night, and we went to the first Irish pub we found and had some great food and some drinks, and saw some street performers and everything.
Cool.
It was great.
Cool, man. And then today you're playing on what stage?
The O2 stage.
Yeah, O2 stage. What time are you guys on it?
7:50.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a big crowd there.
I hope so.
There's going to be a big crowd there, man, you know?
We hope, yeah. It's
playing,
weird. We've never played here.
During part of Amy Winehouse's set, so...
If she showed up.
If she shows.
If
If she doesn't, maybe they'll watch us instead.
No, it'll be fine, man.
Because we're here.
It'll be cool, man. So what you guys been up to lately, apart from touring? Have you just dropped an album?
Yeah, the record came out a couple months ago, and basically all we've been up to is touring. We've been out on the road since before that came out, for almost about 4 months now, and then after this we've got about 2 weeks off. Then we'll get up to something.
What are you gonna do? What do you do?
Nothing.
That's the
You try to
problem.
do
We don't know what
nothing.
to do when we're off.
It's
Maybe
hard to switch off,
go to the beach, go to LA.
Go to LA.
You know.
So you live in
enjoy
Vegas.
some nice weather.
You live in Vegas. What's that like living there, man?
You know, it can be as crazy as you want it to be, or not.
How crazy do you want it to be?
You know, it changes from day to day. But you know, the Strip can be fun. You go down there and hang around, but you don't do it every day. You know, there's a lot of suburbs around it, and real normal, real life stuff.
Would you do like Tuesdays and Thursdays, or?
Yeah, something like that.
Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays.
Every other Wednesday, maybe.
Cool, man. I mean, are you going to check out any of the other bands while you're down here, or do you have time?
Yeah, we're actually hoping to be able to. Speaking of Amy Winehouse, I'd want to watch her. I saw Stereophonics are playing, and The Verve on the main
Verve's
stage.
a big one, man.
Yeah, and God, there's a lot. I wanted to watch Brian Jonestown Massacre. I didn't see them. It was too early. There's a bunch of good bands playing today, though.
It's a really good festival, actually. It's cracking, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's great.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you here. Best of luck with the album and the tour, man.
Thanks a lot.
And you're welcome back in Ireland anytime.
I'd love to come back.
I'd love to offer you two things. It's like you're more welcome to have a nice beer, tasty little beverage there, you know. Just to prove.
Talking about it.
Yeah, let's get involved.
Just to prove where we are.
Mind if I have one as well?
I used to kind of think we had this formula figured out where I'd write the lyrics and then we'd, you know, write the music and try to fit the melody around that. And then this time around we did it all different. Sometimes it would be a melody that somebody would just sing and write lyrics to that, or, you know, sometimes it was still a lyric first and then a melody, and then having John in the band has added another writer, so now that we're all writing our own songs, I think that has something to do with why it's a lot different. I don't know. It's a strange thing, I guess, because you don't know if they're comparing you in a good way to the Beatles or
trying to call you out on
condescending way of ripping them off or something. And I think we are very inspired by them, and not so much of you know, a chord progression or a melody that we want to steal, more in the way of being inspired to do something creative that's all our own, because they were a band that, you know, couldn't be defined by genre. They just wrote so many different types of songs that I think that's what we really wanted to take away from that band.
Sweat on stage, so this is like a lot of sweat for me.
They're worse.
They're the worst anything.
Journalists, sometimes it feels like you're getting crucified.
Yes, it's a crucifixion.
Journalists try to create new genres every time they write an article. Like, I've heard we're dance punk.
Dance punk is
emo,
the best.
Dance punk, emo,
Dark indie, angel indie,
techno cabaret, rock. It's just like they sit down and they're like, well,
Let's think of like 8 words.
let me just make up a new genre and see if people pay attention to what I said.
But then you're a rock fan too at the same time.
Yeah, it's a really weird balance, and we're still trying to figure it out, you know? There's been things where, like, that work and then don't work, and we want that boundary to be there. We want it to seem like it's kind of sort of like a surreal thing, and it's not your everyday people, but at the same time, we don't want to, like, alienate people, you know, with it. So it's like, I don't know, I mean, we've just been doing, like, what's natural so far.
I feel like a lot of bands take direct influence from other bands and other musicians, but I feel like this band is so much different, at least for me, as like a songwriter. When I listen to bands, it inspires me to write music, but not write music like them. Just music that I hope I like and my friends like, you know, in the band. Which I think with so many new bands, they take all their influence from bands that are no older than 5 years. And it's so modern that you can't create anything different out of something that's so new. Lyrically, there's a lot of different things that, you know, like there are songs about books, and then, you know, there are songs that are just stories that I wrote, and then musically, there are parts that, you know, were influenced by movies or musicals. You know, there's an allusion to Sound of Music in one of our songs. So it's just a bunch of different things, I guess. We don't let just bands, you know, be our influence. It's kind of like anything that motivates.
I went to that. Me and him went to Catholic school.
I was really popular in middle school, and then something happened. And
Yeah, 8th grade I was popular.
I started playing guitar.
I was the drummer.
I guess, but it's not something I think about every day. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm fucking cool now. Like,
Well, it's like you remember, you know, Kurt Cobain, the guy used to beat the shit out of him was at his concert.
yeah, that happens.
That actually happens a lot.
Yeah. Like when you guys go.
Girls
What about
with
girls?
What about
I
it?
love girls.
What's the craziest shit they say to you? Like, are they?
They say some crazy shit. I'm serious.
They say when you're out there.
No, for a fact, writing this record, we never kept a melody because it was catchy. It was never the goal. It was, we kept the melodies because we thought they were good, or for any part, or anything for that matter.
I think that's.
Since I write the lyrics and I'm kind of the one who starts the songs, I write songs from a different way than a lot of musicians would. You know, they focus on the music and then they'll focus on a melody and then they'll put lyrics to that. But I wanted to make sure I liked all the lyrics before even starting the songs. And so I think writing that way just made our band a little bit different. And a lot of things, you know, just didn't end up fitting in the songs. And so I didn't feel like they should be cut out of the record in any way, so that they're still in the liner notes, you know, they're still in the lyrics. And, you know, the song titles were just another way to kind of put a little bit more thought into things and maybe make people want to listen to this song, you know, like, why does that song have this sentence-long quote, you know, from a book? Why is that? It's a little bit more interesting, I think, than just, you know, a one-word title sometimes.
When you're singing that, it's kind of interesting, uncommon situation.
Yeah, and that was really a tough. Me trying to explain some kind of a vocal, like, characteristic thing to him, but then me not actually being able to sing it because I'm not that good at singing, but then expecting him to understand what I meant was just very stressful the whole time. And we would get in fights all the time just out of frustration. Very frustrating, but at the same time I think it allowed me to write whatever kind of lyrics I wanted to write because I knew he was going to be singing them, and I felt like he had such a stronger voice, and it was definitely a voice that sort of like demands that attention, you know, it's very prominent. And some of the lyrics were, you know, they're not exactly
playing it safe, I guess, in any sort of way.
You
So
could kind of hide behind my voice, I guess.
it felt,
in a sense.
it felt right to have confident sounding lyrics behind a confident voice, I guess is what I'm trying to say. As far as family goes, my dad was definitely not supportive of me dropping out of college. You know, I had a scholarship and I was pretty much going for free. To then throw that away and try to like make it in the music business was not such a good idea to him. He couldn't really understand that I was going to try to make this work when I was young and had the chance, and you know, just to see what would happen. He didn't want me to take that chance. Yeah, I mean, I've read stuff, you know, about you know, kids walking away from the show and just being really inspired to create like their own art, whatever it is, you know, just by talking to either the Lucent people or, you know, talking to one of us, and that's just like a really good feeling. It's just a side benefit from, you know, pleasing ourselves, I think.
Brendan, final thought?
No, my armpits.
Dude.
Mine smells good.
Me too. I reek.
No, man, it smells like...
I reek. I wish you could smell me just...
I have vanilla deodorant.
No, I use the other one.
You actually do smell really good. You smell like a girl.
It's a girl's deodorant.
Well, there you go. You smell like a girl. Dude, you smell so slutty right now.
I said it makes me feel less lonely.
No, but he said you smell like a slut.
Here, can we go through it and you tell me what it's about and why you decided to do it? Because are these supposed to be like tarot cards?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah, we just wanted to include a lot of art that was reminiscent of our last summer tour.
Okay.
And
why? What was so great about your last summer tour?
we just had this really old, like 1920s, like Moulin Rouge kind of feel for it, and
Like
we
what you
wanted to.
do in your concerts?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we wanted to put out a DVD of that tour, and so everything included in the box kind of is like wrapped around that.
Very cool. All right, we've got a lot of your. What's this thing?
Phonakistoscope.
A what? I'm sorry.
It's CGI. It's CGI. It's all CGI.
There? Yes?
Yeah, we are gonna be.
Okay, so which one of you is most likely to get drunk and pass out before the show?
Brent.
Brent.
Yeah.
Has this happened before?
You alright?
What, has it happened before?
Not drunk, but anyway, yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
New
fun.
Year's.
All right, we've got another question for you.
Hello. I'll turn around here. Yes, we have begun. We're just kind of starting. You know, I'm writing some lyrics on the road and stuff, and we're gonna get done with this tour and concentrate on that.
And your second album that you're writing right now?
I think it's definitely gonna be different. Probably a lot different. I don't know. We're bored with these songs, and we don't really want to continue in this direction.
Well, we're not.
So.
Right?
Well, that's good. It is different, but it does get a little bit monotonous, so we change up. You know, the show is always different every tour, and sometimes we change the songs a little bit just for our own enjoyment to keep us interested.
We've got another question for you.
We're not political, so I just want to put that out there.
Besides that, I don't know that we have a message. You know, so to speak.
Do you wear those
I just like to play music.
flip-flops outside?
Raining.
That's one factor.
I don't know. I'd like to think that it's because when we were writing this album, you know, nobody knew who our band was, and we didn't really have anybody to impress, and so our only goal was to write songs that were interesting for us and, you know, something that we hadn't heard. So I think that maybe rock fans and music fans in general were kind of looking for that same thing. I think a lot of our favorite bands are like any band that's done something different. You know, from the Beatles to Queen.
What a shame the poor groom's bride is
15.
15 new songs. I'm on it.
John's on it.
And
John's singing on it. I'm singing on it.
Yeah.
Spence is.
We all sing on it.
John plays guitar on it. He didn't do that on the last one. I play harmonica.
Yeah, you didn't do that on the last one.
Yeah. So there. That's
So
why.
that's like 20.
It's like 20 things.
Yeah, I'm curious to see your moves.
I have some I'm working on.
Can you do the guitar thing?
No.
There was a song called, tentatively called Surprise, so that's a surprise. And yeah, there's lots of them. I want it to be like when you're walking through like a, you know, a fun house and like things jump out at you and you get scared for a minute, but then you're like, oh, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's...
That's exactly what it will be like.
Yeah.
There's pretty
You're
stuff.
gonna sound... Yeah, just not explain it because it's gonna be...
It's easy to understand.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that the periods are clever, I probably shouldn't be like, said that.
No, because now they're not anymore. That was me. I came up with it. I came up with all of it.
He came up with it.
With both words.
Both words.
I already told you
What
why.
did you come up with? What did you come up with?
Pretty odd.
Pretty odd, yeah.
Came up with pretty odd. It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
And you've been watching NME.com.
Ryan
Mario
plays
All-Stars.
Diddy Kong like every day.
Yeah, so like, we do play all those
we play
Nintendo
Nintendo
games.
games.
Yeah.
That was the best comment ever. You guys put, what do you guys?
We went
Played
to
a show
Warped
there.
Tour there, right?
Oh yeah, we did. We went to work there for like a few hours there.
We saw.
How was Warped Tour?
Well, we were only there for a few hours, but I mean, we love going to Warped Tour and stuff. It's awesome. So.
You guys will really like Columbus. It's nice.
Yeah, like, and just like friends from home and stuff. Like, congratulations, you know, like CD's out and everything, and it's just awesome to finally have it out. Like, from writing it and then recording and then touring, and then now it's finally like out and kids can finally get a hold of it. It's just
Kind of surreal.
yeah, that too at the same time. But yeah, it's exciting.
Well, that's a lot of fun.
I'm not lying.
Okay,
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
All right, you're the one that follows up, huh?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think.
So, in other news, we're gonna put out an album in June, and it's called Take a Vacation. And John, you should tell them about that while I fix my guitar.
Oh, okay. Well, it's called Take a Vacation. Let's see, what else? There's 11 songs on it. We recorded it in the fall. It comes out on June 8th.
This doesn't sound exciting at all. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put
It's
you
like
on the spot.
I'm just reading off the Wikipedia page.
I hear that. We've got it pulled up back there.
What else do you want to know about it?
This next song we're gonna play is called Take a Vacation.
Okay.
The audience tonight is single. This next song's for you, and I hope you find somebody to take home tonight. That's your thing. If not, this song is called Lying is the Most Fun. All great things must come to an end. I would play all night if I was allowed to, but I'm not because Brendan says it's bedtime. And this is going to be our last song. But thank you so much, and we hope to see you very, very soon. We really appreciate you being here. There's a million things you could be doing right now, but the fact that you're here with us really does mean a lot. So thank you again.
To ever win Video of the Year, I think it has to be. We had around 30 grand. We were very hands-on with it though. Us and Shane.
We love you so much. I mean, it's always, you know, us trying to just move in a forward direction. So in that sense, it was on purpose, but at the same time, felt like a natural progression for us. Having not had a new record in 3 or 4 years, you know, we were just at a different place. Yeah, I think we just kind of spent a lot of time listening to different music than we used to, and
Where did it? Was it also in the tour bus in the 2006 stuff you listened to, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess.
What was big on the tour bus then with you?
I don't know. We didn't listen to a whole lot of music together. I was really into Tom Waits, and I still love Tom Waits. As far as lyrics, I was just really fascinated by him, and musically, yeah. I mean, especially when we were up in the mountains and stuff, we'd all listen to
new stuff. Like we started getting more and more into the Beatles and Bob Dylan through that time, and I think we just saw that there was a lot of joy in that music, and it gives us joy to play these new songs, and that's one of the important things for us. It's just as long as we're having fun and happy playing these songs, then we should keep doing it.
Yeah. Influence on your songwriting?
I don't know if there's one, but there's definitely a few. I think more than anything, what I loved about the Beatles was once I started listening more and more into it, I noticed that they would write so many different types of songs, and that was something that this band's always loved to do. Even on our first album, we tried, elements of jazz in a song, or, cabaret and stuff like that. And so I think once I heard a lot of their stuff that I wasn't familiar with, kind of made it a bit easier on us to just, let ourselves write whatever kind of songs we wanted.
Yeah, do you like the freedom of
Yeah,
the music?
exactly. They couldn't be defined in a genre. They were just, really great at doing a bunch of different things. So it's kind of appealing.
Yeah.
Really digging right now. I'm listening to a lot of Tom Waits stuff lately.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm really into him and this band, Kaiser's Orchestra, and I don't know. Spencer, I know you.
Sleeveless Monkeys too.
Sleeveless Monkeys too.
Dude, look at this.
That's beautiful. George Michael's
We're doing all right. How are you?
Good. Now, I'm doing fashion, so what inspired you guys? Because you all have your own signature style, as you did last night.
Well, thanks very much, first of all. I don't know. Right now, I don't know what inspired it, but it's a little warm out here. So maybe the jackets.
Light colors. Nice,
yeah,
nice
light colors, end of summer suits,
There you go.
that kind of thing.
Who are you guys wearing tonight?
I have no idea.
No idea. They're wearing them. They told me, they told me to ask. So, when you get in.
Yeah, you're a good sport.
So only.
If you find her, then I guess you'll have to help
I got a
us
quick
out.
question for you.
Can you talk about the last song on the record, the one that has the sort of the group, like people?
Yeah.
Like, what is that song called?
That one, it's called Heart of Mine, and that one was really interesting. Me and John sang it, like I was sitting here, and like he was sitting here, and playing acoustic and singing together. And there was just like a go-bo in between us, and we did it live, and all the percussion and stuff the guys were playing too. And then we sang another track over, and then we had a bunch of my friends on my birthday come down and sing. You can actually hear, if you listen really close on the end of the track, somebody screams "Happy Birthday, Ryan!" on it. And so that one was a lot of fun to do. I mean, I hope that our other fans love it too. I hope the kids from Panic like it too.
What do you think?
I mean, really, I think it's more accessible and I don't know, just maybe better than our last record was, just in terms of pop songs. I think they're better pop songs. So it's not like we're trying to do this really cooler than cool new band. It's pop songs to me.
But is there almost a sense of like us versus the world with this band?
Yeah, it definitely is. There better be. Yeah, I think we all sort of see it as we're in this together. Here we are, and it's freezing, and we drove 2 days straight to get here, and it is. But we're really happy with the music we're doing, so it's kind of worth it.
Do you want to maybe prove some of the naysayers that the people who've said things about you and the band like wrong in any way?
Well, I guess only by if they see us play and they can't say they didn't like it, or I don't like to say hey, we're really good, check this out. If you like it, then you do. But we're definitely like working way harder than we ever have. So.
Tight and Penny Lane and all those, and Lovely Rita Meter, songs like that, as opposed to sort of maybe early Beatles. Would you say that's accurate stylistically and sound-wise? That was
well,
the more.
I mean, I know we like all of that stuff, from whatever Rubber Soul and the White Album and all that. But I think that even before, we were into just that kind of theatrical element of things,
right.
And it wasn't like a thing where we wanted to do like a Sgt. Pepper's thing. It was like before we were writing these songs, we were writing stuff that was almost entirely orchestrated. So it just kind of like, carried over into some of this stuff, and
kind of found a middle ground, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say at least half the record does have that kind of fantastical instrumentation thing, but we were really just trying to fit you know, try to fit the mood of each song. And so in some cases we thought, you know, it's got to have this thing, so.
I'm just doing this right now. But one-off stuff, yeah, I mean, there's a bonus track on our album that I sang with Z from The Like. We covered an Everly Brothers song, and that you can find that. One-off stuff, yeah, I'd be totally down for. If anybody wants to call me, I'm home. But yeah, side projects, at least for me, not at this point. I mean, with record sales going down, it doesn't discourage me. It definitely hurts bands and artists because with touring now, you know, people aren't touring as well either. So yeah, I mean, it's not discouraging. It's not like if you don't go platinum anymore, it's like you didn't have a big record. It's just hard to gauge the scale on, you know, how many records sold now is equivalent to platinum 5 years ago. I don't know. The only way you can really tell is if people are coming to your shows and are excited about the music. You don't even know how many people bought it or downloaded it, but the people there are there because they want to be. Well, I wish I could play a couple of different ones. I wish I could play drums. I don't think I would be a drummer, but it would be nice to be able to, if I'm trying to show a drummer an idea, that I could even do it at all. And I'm going to get a piano in the house too and start picking that back up. I used to be able to play a little bit, and I haven't in a while, so probably those two. You know, songwriting is, I've never looked at it as like, well, this is for this project, so it's got to sound like this, and this is for this. When we started this, it was just an evolution of my songwriting, just as it has come from for the past couple of years. It wasn't like, oh, we're starting this, so we want to sound like this kind of a band. Granted, I got to do a little bit more, had more freedom with this project and singing lead and things like that. And the way the sonics of the album sound, I guess, maybe we looked at differently. We played it live mostly and with minimal miking and kind of made it sound gritty. When we started the band, it wasn't really much different because John and I had been writing together for a couple of years prior to this. When we found the other guys, it was pretty natural as well. We didn't really have tryouts or anything like that. Everybody that we met through friends of friends, or John had known Andy for years, and so it was pretty organic, I guess, the way the entire group got together as well. Well, some of the differences from major and indie labels is when I call the indie label, they answer the phone. It just seems more personal, you know. People know you by name over there, and when you can't really trust people in this business, it's nice to have that. Well, I'm listening to all kinds of stuff. These girl group compilations called Girl Group Sounds, Lost and Found, just like 4 discs of stuff I never heard. Smokey Robinson, you know, Jackie DeShannon, all those Nuggets compilations. Whatever Joe Meek produced, I've been digging into. How much time do you have?
I have sources. I can't reveal them.
I think we're done.
But
we're done.
What were you thinking when you took this photo?
Not sure who that is, but they look like they know how to party.
Or this photo.
Same, I don't know.
I found these online. Not sure if they were tied to you or not.
They are now.
What do you write first, music or lyrics? What's your writing process like?
Sometimes the lyrics are informed by the music and vice versa. I mean, sometimes it'll be like the line in my head and then I'm trying to score that, like a movie in your mind or something.
Okay, yeah. Like a theme or?
Yeah, and then sometimes you might put a couple of good chords together and then you're like, okay, well, what does that feel, emotion, what is that? What
emotion does that invoke, and then you write that too? So it sounds like you start with the lyrics first usually.
Either way. Sometimes I used to always start lyrics first, but maybe not all the time anymore.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I still think it was on our first tour. Someone baked in hair to cupcakes. 1 hair into each cupcake.
Their hair?
We don't know. The
mystery hair.
Yeah, mystery hair. It's the worst kind of hair. We all know.
Did you eat the hair?
I think Brendan was the one who figured it out.
So, they didn't tell you there was hair.
No.
So he bit into it and was like,
guys,
Mystery hair.
Maybe don't. Yeah. Yeah. Got to eat around the mystery hair, you know, as they say.
Yeah. Now I assume you don't take foreign food.
I don't.
After that
It's
incident.
too bad. Except for.
How much
But
cheese
cheese whiz
do you
isn't
get?
food, is it?
Not really. No, I don't even think they make it anymore. It was easy cheese. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. You can't expect new music. Been working a lot. Have a lot of songs. I'm gonna be playing some on this tour, some new stuff, and started recording with Z's dad a little bit. Studio at home. 2020 is gonna be the year.
The year? The comeback?
For you and me, Frank.
For both of us?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You'll see. I tried it
Two-parter.
once.
Would
Yeah.
you consider yourself an epic gamer?
Not epic anymore, because I'm not good. I used to be good.
At what games?
Ocarina of Time,
Oh, nice.
Halo, GoldenEye.
How do you feel about Fortnite?
Frustrated.
Why?
It's hard.
It is hard,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's hard.
Too much building.
Yeah, how are you?
Awful. Ryan Ross, do you know what TikTok is?
No, I don't.
You're better off. We can
Yeah.
move on from that.
I've seen it, it's not spelled right.
It's a disaster. I thought it was a Kesha song.
Isn't it?
TikTok on the clock.
Does she rap in it?
It's an app.
Oh, okay.
A rap location.
It's good. Cranked up, I think it was just boredom and then escapism. Yeah. Definitely didn't think about it as a career. I thought of it as, to me making it would have been being able to tour in a van and leave my hometown. So that was the big goal. I'm about to do that again. It still feels fun.
After all these years. Nice.
Yeah.
Ryan Ross.
What are your favorite songs from these 3 albums? A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, Pretty Odd, and Take a Vacation.
I listened to our first record on the way here for the first time in probably 10 years. I think my favorite song from Fever is I Constantly Thank God for Esteban. I never liked it, but now I do.
Oh, you never liked it before?
I don't know, it's kind of an interesting song. What about you on that record?
My favorite on that record. Am I allowed to say all of them, or should I really just...
You're buttering me up, aren't you?
Well, Ryan Ross, I'll give you the answer. Lying is the most fun.
All right. You asked about the other 2 records.
Yeah.
Probably Northern Downpour on Pretty Odd. Dangerous Blues on the Veins record. What about your faves?
Are you aware about how much Northern Downpour makes people cry?
Does it?
It does.
I don't know. Is that a good thing?
It's a very emotional song. Yeah. If I had to say my favorites from those records, I would say, I'm more on the rock side of things.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryan Ross, what is your favorite song to perform live?
Ooh, I've got one called Live Evil that I've been practicing for this tour, and I think that's gonna be my favorite.
Debuting for the first time?
Yeah.
It's gonna be my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Where can people see you on tour?
In mostly the Southwest in about a week. The first show's in Scottsdale. We make it all the way to Kansas City, and then back. Hopefully more soon too.
And where can they get tickets?
DeadEndKidsTour.com.
Go there.
Do it.
DeadEndKidsTour.com. Link in description.
She's a lot harder on me than everybody else, but I think she understands my mind more than I do sometimes. So it's good to have.
It's just been a good
somebody like
process.
that around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's great.
Or much different than working with 3, 4.
Yeah. Sometimes it's harder with more people. Too many ideas.
Ryan Ross, how passionate are you about Adam Sandler?
Oh, I love me some Sandman. I'll tell you what. I've seen him twice live in the past year. I'll put it that way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Can you do an impression?
No. Can you?
No, I can't.
All right. He wouldn't like it.
Ryan Ross, what songs do you plan on playing on the upcoming tour? Are you doing deep cuts, fan favorites, all new material?
A little bit of everything you said. Yeah, some new stuff, some stuff people know, some covers.
Anything you could tell us?
I'd rather not.
You want to keep it a secret?
Yeah, it'll be a secret for one show.
That's true.
So, give me that, would
Okay,
you?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Ryan Ross, what's a genre of music that you love that you think most people would find surprising?
Emo.
Surprising.
That's the one. You heard it here first.
Ryan Ross, what will the experience be like at the Dead End Kids Club tour?
I see what you did there. It's gonna be a racket. We'll be making a lot of noise. There'll be lots of sweaty people. I'm wearing a jacket. It's gonna get hot in there.
Love that for you. You plan on adding more dates in the future?
Yeah, if I have my way, yeah.
Ryan Ross, would you ever bring this look back?
Oh man, that's some of my best work, I gotta say.
It really is a work of art on your
I don't know if I have that
face.
steady of a hand anymore.
How would you describe this look?
Bored. I have a lot of time on my hands.
Ryan Ross, E-boys or Visco girls?
I get in trouble either way, right?
No, why would you wouldn't get in trouble? You don't know what they are?
An E-boy is kind of a modern day emo.
Okay.
And a Visco girl is kind of like a modern day Tumblr girl.
I don't know, I gotta go with my boys, right?
Gotta go with the E-boys.
Is that what, are you an E-boy?
That's what I'm saying. Aren't we all?
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah.
Ryan Ross.
It's almost Halloween. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm thrilled. It's my favorite.
I feel like screaming or trick-or-treating.
I'm gonna do that trick-or-treat.
You're gonna do the trick-or-treat?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now up here.
Corky B-roll.
I haven't heard that name in years. You're from Jersey, right?
I am.
That's a horrible Jersey accent.
Jersey accent, though. What do you think of Jersey accent?
Mine's not gonna be any better, but you should know better.
It's not like New Jersey.
No. Is that not?
Corky B-roll.
Bruh.
Hey.
Corky B-roll.
Corky
He
B-roll.
rolls his sleeves up. He slicks his hair back.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a tough
yeah. I think you're better than I am.
guy. I think I might be, and I'm not good.
On July 24th, you posted a photo on Instagram with part of the caption saying, and I quote, "Maybe I'll finally kill Z, and you'll get to see me play my whole set swinging around her cold, lifeless body. You just never know. Who will be next in line?" What did you mean by this, Ryan Ross?
That's pretty clear, isn't it?
That's pretty clear. Yeah. Who is next in line? Ryan Ross, are you still in touch with any of your old bandmates from Panic at the Disco?
Not as much as I would like to be. I talked to John earlier this week. It was his birthday. I said, "Happy birthday, Grandman." He sent me a picture of a cat driving.
What? A cat driving? One of my favorite John Walker lyrics, it's a new one, is "This is so sad, Alexa, play Despacito." From Like an Animal.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't know that. Is that really a lyric?
Yeah, it
That's
is.
amazing.
Ryan Ross, is there any chance that we'll get to hear the Cricket and Clover demos?
Not really up to me. I think John wanted to post them and was going to get in trouble for them, so I'm down.
You're down.
Are
So
any
it's
of
up to
them
John?
fully out there?
No.
Okay. I have them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
not on me.
Okay, Ryan, last question. Really a question, kind of more like a statement that you would give, I guess. So to the old fans that have been here since you turned them emo, and the new ones that have watched you evolve into a post-emo corpse lover, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Just thanks for watching. Frank, thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime.
Keep your head up or down.
Saying north.
Okay. See you on the road.
It was a
Frank.
pleasure, Ryan.
Thanks, Frank. Frank that crank.
Crank that Frank.
Crank you.
Thank you, Ryan Ross. You could take those. It's, yeah.
All of that stuff seems like a calculated decision, but we just want to be happy writing the songs that we want to write. And that's the only thing that we really enjoy in life, really, is, that's what we get a kick out of doing. And we just weren't going to be able to do it in that band the way that we wanted to. That was really the decision. It wasn't, all the other stuff was secondary, like the success of that band and all that.
I didn't even really think about it till now. Thanks for bringing it up.
Oh,
We also asked them what the biggest obstacle has been putting together the Young Vanes and their debut album, Take a Vacation.
We didn't have a band.
Yeah.
That was by far our biggest obstacle. Writing songs and hearing them in our head, but not being able to play them as a full band up until, a few weeks before we actually recorded it. The guys who played with us learned it.
We demoed all of this stuff pretty much on just the two of us for a while. John was playing the drums and stuff like that, and we knew what it was going to be like. We just didn't know who was going to do it. So we got our friends actually that played before us tonight, Black Gold. They played on the album. I think for probably quite a while, without us really knowing it, that was just dissatisfaction. And I was in that band for so long that I never thought that there would be anything other than that band. So when we did decide to split, it was like starting anew, but in a good way. It was exciting to be writing songs again and be doing them how I wanted,
Well, I think when we first started writing,
They came in and sang on like a group vocal thing, you know.
Right.
But they were around. But they're great. But the guys that played most of the parts are in Black Gold, who we're on tour with now, actually. Ton and Eric played drums. Ton played drums on everything but one song, and Eric played keys on everything, I think. And Alex played a lot of bass and guitar too.
The bass player.
Yeah, I just met them through mutual friends, so it wasn't like we had to do auditions or something like that. It was actually kind of like how you start a band when you're in high school, which is great. Yeah, I mean, when you do festival shows like that, you're right, you know, a lot of people that watch this didn't know who we were, so you're trying to put on your best show, really. It's harder to impress people that don't like you than do.
Especially
really early, so we didn't know if anybody was going to be there, but we had quite a good crowd for that early in the day. That was one that we worked out for just for a B-side. It was a song I always wanted to cover, and we had to do a couple of B-sides, so we did covers, and we did that. We did an Otis Redding song, Security, and
yeah, we have to play the covers live because we don't have enough songs to fill up a set.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah, the album's only a half an hour, so 40 minutes is tough to do.
Not really. I mean, there was a few things that we worked on, but it's just left.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bunch of stuff that we didn't finish, but I think we put what was best on the album, and we just wanted to do it quick, so we just recorded the songs we had. Yeah, I mean, touring like this, the way we have, isn't really much easier.
No, it's
I'm doing a lot more reading than I'm used to, but it wears you down quicker. We were able to do longer tours like that because you had the luxuries of the bus or the bunk or whatever. So it's harder to do long runs like this. But I mean, the shows are different every night, which is not the case for the big ones in the arenas. You don't know where you are really. At least I remember most of these shows because strange things happened every night, you know.